the Honorable Beatrice Elachi, followed by the Honorable Lesuda, and then Makali, in that order. Then we come back to the next round.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to first thank the committee and to thank the Chair and the CS of Treasury, indeed, for bringing in a budget that we can interrogate, but also appreciate on how they have tried to bring an inclusive budget that takes care of the whole country. And Mr. Speaker, mine will be very brief. That number one, I want to appreciate the docket that I always say that carries Kenya, the education docket. And first to appreciate that as much as you've given them 168.2 billion for transformative education initiatives, the most important thing we are looking at is first you've returned the money for examinations, and so at least Kenyans will appreciate that the 5.9 billion has come back for examination. You remember it had brought in a lot of heated debate, but we thank for that. We are also appreciating that as much as we're giving money, the 17.2 billion to support university funding model, and to ensure that we also have help that will enable students from all backgrounds to be able also to get money to pursue their tertiary education. But more importantly, one thing the Ministry of Education should do to this country is to give every child, Mr. Speaker, a NEMIS number. The day we will have a NEMIS number for our children is the day we will have the correct capitation and the correct budget for the Ministry of Education. We shall be able to know how much do we really spend. Because even in my own constituencies, I am still pushing, Mr. Speaker, just to get resources for our children, because those who don't have birth certificates will never get these resources, will never get capitation. That is why they are saying in a school is getting 400 shillings. The problem is not our house here. The problem is the ministry that has not brought NEMIS numbers for our children. Mr. Speaker, the other thing I would wish to now appreciate is that now we shall move on with the Nyota program. And this program, you remember, we were unable to implement because we didn't have money that we were supposed to support. And you remember, the World Bank wanted us to have a program that you equalize. You have the ministry, the government supporting in and World Bank supporting in. And now there are 100 youths that will be in our constituencies are able to start. Those who believe in small businesses will be able to tap and at least do small businesses. With 50,000, you can start something, Mr. Speaker. The other thing is the UHC program. We appreciate. I know many of them were very worried. They were sending messages, please ensure. And now we have them in the budget. Their monies are there to ensure they are permanent and pensionable. Funding of Linda Mama, which is very critical in the health docket, is also there, Mr. Speaker. And we want to thank the committee of even going beyond that and looking at gender-based violence. And now saying that the government must fund and ensure even the technical teams that are working on gender-based violence are funded. And that is one thing we want to really appreciate, even as we move on. Mr. Speaker, the other thing now that is very worrying, and this is what I want to plead with the governors, even as we look at the issue of mediation, that why can't we agree as both houses that the little monies we can get, we pay pending bills? Because these Kenyans who supplied either at the county level, at the national level, they supplied, you have used their products. Mr. Speaker, they have gone down, they have been auctioned by banks. The best thing we can do in this budget is to try and ensure, instead of talking about 480, 460, going to the county, that we have ensured we take off some money to pay our fellow Kenyans who have supplied and every day, in, out, they work in offices because of their pending bills. I think that is the most sad part of the whole process. So, Mr. Speaker, even as we look at everything that we have done, if we don't come up with a solution of these pending bills, Mr. Speaker, it will be very sad to every Kenyan who tries to work for government, who knows very well that there was need to supply this item. They did supply, and now can't be paid. And then now we reach at a point, we start saying, Mr. Speaker, oh, we must put a committee to look whether this was true, this was right. Why are we looking at that? It means we are all with a problem, Mr. Speaker. That is why we come up with such a ways of now measuring and saying, this is how I have to pay. Somebody who supplied you, somebody you know very well, did his work. So, Mr. Speaker, even as I finalize, I just want to go and now look at the Department of Defense. And Mr. Speaker, in the Department of Defense, this is what the committee observed. That during the periods of 1992, 1997, 1998-2000, the Ministry of Defense did not conduct any recruitment resulting in significant deficiencies in the posture of the Kenya Defense Forces. And so they are saying to remedy this situation, it is important, and they are requesting for 2 billion shillings to support recruitment efforts this fiscal year, which I support. And the reasons are, it is true. And we have gone slowly by slowly. One of the things we are not doing fair to our disciplinary forces is that even the things they used to benefit, we used to exempt them because of the work they go through, Mr. Speaker. We used to ensure they are able, we provide for them, because this was a service. You have gone out there to protect your country, Mr. Speaker. And even today, for those who their loved ones have fallen, you will find now their wives and children suffering because we have never put in a way of protecting. And so it is important for us, even those veterans, they have done their duties for us. I think it is important for government to look at and ensure it is, yes, not misused, because I know maybe it was removed. Most of these privileges are being removed because we ourselves again go and end up misusing. But for those who are in the camps, for those who we know are there, they are in Somalia, they are where, they need us to come up with a favorable way of ensuring they are also protected. Today I even see even our own police, Mr. Speaker. You find even the uniform is gone. The shoe is gone. Honestly. And you are expecting him or her to stand and do duty for you. I think it's very unfortunate. They are the first we need to protect because we took them to that duty and they have come out, they are doing it. So for us even to look at all this, Mr. Speaker, it is time we also need to look at just the dignity. Even as we look for their housing, and I want to appreciate Central Bank and all those who are doing institutional affordable housing for those who are working for them. We must remember they have to be, they are the brand of the country, the image of our country. They have to have a uniform that dignifies them. Mr. Speaker, the institutions that deal with corruption, they were there to help us. And so EACC was not just there to take you to court. It was there to help you, Mr. Speaker, that after they have found that you have mismanaged, they will come into the institution and assist this institution so that next time there's no mismanagement of resources. The Auditor General, Mr. Speaker, it is there to audit, yes, but it's also there to help that institution so that in the next audit, You are not supposed to find the same mistake that was audited, the same mistake. Then what was the purpose of the auditing? It was to clean. We brought in these institutions to help us so that in our mismanagements, we are able to manage. So I'm pleading to those institutions also. It's not just about bringing in a bad report. It is about saying we audited County X, Constituency X, Sector X last year, but this year we have a recognition to say that this institution has improved in the way they are doing their things. That way then, there is a purpose of us spending all these public resources, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, with those remarks, I beg to support.
Honorable Lesuda. Oh, you take precedent of her. Is that it? Okay. Okay.
Yes, to go.
Proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I discussed with my sister, Honorable Resuta, and she has agreed that I take the slot.
What's your point of order, Honorable?
So, Honorable Speaker.
To say.
What is it?
Mr. Speaker, I did not mean to interrupt the Honorable Makale Molu, but just to request your indulgence because budget is a very important, it's a very important affair. If it is within the to request that if we members can take only 5 minutes to contribute, so that today and tomorrow most of the members can contribute.
Indeed.
Yes. 5.
The rules, order, Honorable Watch. The chair has heard. If it's in your wisdom,